Molly's Game is directed by Aaron Sorkin, who makes his directorial debut, having primarily been a writer in previous films. It stars Jessica Chastain as the titular character Molly Bloom, who is an Olympic-level skier that eventually started the highest stakes poker game in America, leading her to being arrested by the FBI. Now, the film plays out in two storylines, one being Molly's rise from a cocktail waitress to this poker princess she is so dubbed, and the fight to clear her name alongside her lawyer Charlie, played by Idris Elba. For a directorial debut, Sorkin does a great job of telling this story, albeit a few pacing issues, but the way he directs these poker scenes really drags you into the game and reminds you why poker is such a big thing. The editing is stellar, the screenplay is good, keeps everything nice and simple, and the dialogue has some good humour, and the character exchanges are very good as well. It felt natural and genuine, which is hard to do. If you have ever written a script before, the amount of time spent on dialogue is insane, because you're trying to make it sound as natural as possible, and I feel like this film did this very well. However, the big thing that makes this film work is the performances. Chastain is really good as Molly Bloom. You need an actress who can carry a film on her shoulders and make a character both interesting and relatable in these sorts of films. In some scenes, she is this confident entrepreneur, but also a vulnerability when she's interacting with Kevin Costner, who plays her father, and also Elba, who plays her lawyer. She shows a lot of emotional depth, so there's several layers to Molly Bloom's character that Chastain plays very well in this film. However, the MVP of this film has to be Idris Elba's portrayal of Charlie. He absolutely kills it in this film. Best performance I've seen from him in a while. There is one particular scene in a meeting where he cranks the performance up to 11 and delivers an award-reel performance. It is easily my favourite scene in this film. Also, I have to give a big shout out to Michael Cera, who plays Player X. Now, Michael Cera, he is known for being that constant, awkward, lost puppy in his films, and never seems like he has much going for him in terms of acting outside the awkward, quirky kid there. However, he is a far cry away from that in this film, and Michael Cera playing a confident arsehole is not something I thought I would ever see in a film, but he does that in this film, and he is actually very good in that role. The father-daughter storyline is sort of like a subplot that doesn't really feel earned. Like, it's good, but it doesn't feel, it shouldn't be front and center, but it doesn't feel like it's important enough. So when we do get some payoff to that subplot, it doesn't feel earned nor needed, in my opinion. My big problem with this film just has to be the timing. The way they handle the time period of 10 years doesn't feel that long. Feels like it's gone a year at most, and that ruins the film just a little bit there, and sometimes you don't know what side of the coin you're on. And also, it doesn't quite spell out what she does wrong. It does feel kind of random, and there's no real payoff from the build-up to her getting arrested to the other half of the film, which I felt was a bit of a letdown. However, these are minor gripes, as overall Molly's Game is well acted, easy to follow and edited well, and all in all, it's a good cup of tea. Now, have you seen Molly's Game? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and hit that subscribe button for me, please. And for more content every week, this is the Spikehead Podcast, signing off.